Children of the land, do you hear echoes of truths that once rang clear? Two souls intertwined, one true love they did find, bringing land and heavens near. But flames that burned full bright soon fell dark. Memories dimmed by shadowed hearts. In the waxing gloom did wane the lover's moon, watching as their worlds drift apart. One soul's cry, a passion welling sacrifice, a final plea to her kin. Yet this bond of hope by treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind. Swelling over long seas of blood are a song, and death an afterthought to those who fight for naught. Lying empty, children of the land and service, why must you turn to empty bliss? Tell me why break trust, why turn the past to dust, seeking solace in the abyss. Tell me why create a circle none can break. Why must you let go the life you were bestowed? This I fear I'm never
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Minato over on Twitch. Hello. Or howdy howdy. Making me think of Toy Story. I'm Woody. Howdy howdy howdy. Alright, Alright, Chaz, Rez, Azunami, PC Gamer. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Weird glitch where your messages weren't sending. Well, see him now. Alright, I'm a little stressed, honestly, because I had so much plans tonight to actually get it on Fallout 76 to get on the new update. Not happening tonight. We'll just do it tomorrow. This has been the slowest update I've ever had to endure. No kidding. The actual update, fast. It took like 8 minutes. I was super surprised. Copying it to my extended storage, or my external hard drive, my god. It's literally going like 1% every like 30 seconds. So I figured I'll just do that tomorrow, and tonight I would actually come in here and play some Final Fantasy XIV, which I'm not really sad about. It's raid day, reset day, we can do a lot. Chaz over on Twitch as well. What's up, Chaz? Hopefully things get better though. We'll just have to see. Hopefully it's a good raid night. I actually start up. That's the thing that got me so stressed though, was starting up so late. Oh man, I wanted to be in here so much sooner, but I was actually genuinely waiting on that update, and then eventually once it hit like 48%, after I'd been waiting for like 30 minutes, I had to call it. I had a weird technical difficulty right beforehand too. I had to actually restart my PS4, which restarted the update. Yeah, so fun stuff. Aside from that though, while I'm here tonight, I'm not going to be on long. It's actually just going to be about as long as last night. Gonna run the roulette, gonna run the raid, and do some Titania. Just keeping it easy, keeping it simple, keeping it chill tonight. And again, tomorrow I'll do Fallout 76, and sorry for everybody that was looking forward to that. I was really talking about it a lot yesterday, and now it's finished. I'm not gonna play it though. I've already waited way too long, and I'm too mad at that game right now. I'll play it tomorrow. If that is, I actually read on Bethesda's website right before this, because I was wondering what I was gonna get myself into. I didn't know if it was gonna be like an arranged thing, because I actually haven't looked anything up for it other than what I've previously read a few weeks ago. Sorry, recalibrating my brain. But they were actually talking about, there could be technical difficulties. They're really focused on PC. I've literally got my TV remote in my hand and I don't know why. But anyway, their main focus is on PC. It released on console as well, but all the glitches on console are still probably gonna be there until they fix all the PC stuff first. So, maybe I'm not missing out on too much. And then, you know, again, maybe tomorrow I can play it. We'll see. I don't really know how they're gonna keep it up and active. But anyway, I figured I'd do Final Fantasy XIV tonight. It is reset day anyway, and I'll just promote 76 up again tonight and play it tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see. Subject to change. How was my date, Chess? It was okay. Had my partner back at work today. She was out yesterday, so that went a lot better. Other than this Fallout 76 thing, it's been a decent day. Somehow outran a storm going to the next town over, then from that town over back to my place. Completely outran the storm, which was fun. Almost didn't. It started sprinkling at one point. But hopefully things do go well tonight. And Chaz, hopefully you've had a great day. Your copy just finished. Yeah, mine literally just now finished also, Minato. I wanted to play it so bad tonight, but at this point, I'm just too mad at it to even play it. I'll do it tomorrow. Ivola. Hello, and hearts to you as well. Do I have a Pro? It's still... I do have a Pro, and yes, it's still slow. Apparently, that external hard drive is... I really don't know, to be honest with you. Like I said, the download and the install in the actual PS4, 8 minutes. It took like 40 minutes altogether to get onto my external hard drive, which makes absolutely no sense. But whatever, I'm not gonna argue with that logic at all. How's the weather? Honestly, it's just like stormy, which I'm not complaining about, honestly. It's like been really, really hot, where I work, so when it storms, it actually cools it off for like a day or two. The copying crap takes way too long. I agree, Minato. It's worse that it starts itself all over if you have to make an emergency random PS4 restart. It starts it completely over. Live and learn. Live and learn, let me tell you. But let's hope this goes well tonight. Again, I'm just going to keep it pretty simple. Hopefully there's DPS in need on the Alliance raid. It's not. So I may not do that tonight. Subject to change. Definitely going to do the raid, though. Sorry. My brain has been so focused today on Fallout, like I even was doing research beforehand, and now I've had to like completely switch gears here back to Final Fantasy XIV and get all this going in my brain again. Which it's not gonna be too bad once I get everything really running here. Your day was good? Just chilling, watching some... What the hell is that? Midnight Diner? Sounds cool. Sounds like something I'd be into. Maybe. Anything that involves food. It's a TV show I'm usually... I usually get into it pretty easily. But really hoping all this stuff goes well. What you doing tonight? For now I'm just gonna do the regular raid. And if you want to join in, Azunami, that's cool. But yeah, just gonna be doing like the Eden raid on normal, honestly. Running through that, trying to get like my blade of I think it's Antiquity? I forgot the name. Yes. So I'm gonna try to get... What are you doing, Choco? Gonna try to get that out of the way tonight. And then, I don't know if I'll do the roulette. I haven't even tried leveling up my mage. I'm not gonna really start that tonight. That's something I actually want to plan for. With there being a healer in need, I may not even do it tonight. Plus, it all depends on how long the raid's gonna take. And I did actually want to do a little Titania. I would do Innocence again, but no thank you. I don't feel like doing Innocent. It was kind of rough last night. We got 2 clears out of several runs. Oh man, it's gonna be like, I feel like I'm gonna do it more than Tsukiyomi probably, but I feel like it's gonna be one of those. It's like, I'm gonna like, Titania's already caught up with Suzaku. Tonight I'll probably catch up with Seiryu. So, you know, that's how that goes, really. You want the invite as well, Rez? You forgot it was reset day. Awesome. I'll get you in here. And, Azunami, if you want to get in here, I will, if you're already online, I guess I'll get you in here now. You are online. Okay, let's get this. It's Japanese slow. Oh, it's a Japanese show on Netflix. I'd have to check it out. What even is the new 76 thing? PvP? I don't think it's PvP. From what I've read, Minato, it's actually... It's a raid where you team up with 4 people, and you go into this vault, Vault 94, which apparently, at one point was like, had dwellers inside, and they were, you know, in there with like, stuffs. I really don't know. But, apparently, though, that's the thing. But now, I mean, this is like supposed to be like years later, after the dwellers have already like abandoned this place, and it's supposed to be full of like all kinds of stuff and secrets. And you and 3 other people, or 4 people, however you want to look at it or say it, you go inside, and I'm pretty sure you're just killing monsters together. It kind of sounds like a kind of like Doom in a way. That's like the best way I could describe it, I guess. Kind of thing, but I think it's like the best way I could actually completely forgot. It happens. Happens, definitely. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get in here. It says like 5 minutes, so it surely won't take too long. There's no real way to get behind that one. The text is in the way. So, I gotta ask, Rez, I've been noticing your character, like, when you change your outfit, like the face paint and stuff, does that actually change, or do you change that yourself? Or does it, like, change with certain outfits? Like, I noticed, the green, then the purple, and now you're rocking some red. I know nothing of Hrothgar. It's getting new content? Yeah, that's true. It's going to be actually getting a another Battle Royale map as well sometime next month. I'm kind of excited for that, but I'm mostly excited for in November when they do the actual story stuff again. Don't get me wrong, the Battle Royale's insanely fun. I didn't even think I would like it, and then I ended up loving it. Kind of, I'm curious about the raid thing. It could either be really, really good or terrible. You'll enjoy killing random things with you? Yeah. Hopefully we can do that tomorrow, Minato. I'm really curious to how it's going to be, honestly. But I guess we'll find out tomorrow. If it's not broken. You know how Bethesda is. They like to make new content that breaks. And apparently it takes a long time. You change it? I feel ya. Nathan, why 76 tomorrow? Because the update took too long tonight, Nathan. Way too long. So I just postponed it. It's the best line boy you've seen. That's cool. Oh, man. We'll clip through something, and lose all our stuff. Sounds about right. It's very Bethesda. Graphics break. Your inventory's gone! Let's hope not. Let's knock on wood. I don't want to jinx that. I'm knocking on 2 tops of wood. I have a gut feeling it's going to take a little bit longer than 5 minutes. Our music is synced. Well, it was. It sounded cool. the door would lock up your entire console. Fallout 3's DLCs literally couldn't. Wow. That would suck to happen. I don't think I ever encountered that problem, but I never actually played any of the Fallout 3 DLC. I only played the base game. The only real DLC that I played of Fallout was either on 76 or Fallout 4. Which I didn't even play all of Fallout 4's. Only did, I didn't do the 2 that took you to a different area. Only did, gosh, I can't remember. The one with the robot. I don't know if it's Automatron or Automation. I don't know. I can't remember. I just did the stuff that, like, expanded the map, not the stuff that gave you a new one. Don't get me wrong. The new map stuff looked cool and sounded cool, but I don't know. Sometimes some DLC I've really got to, like, talk myself into before playing. When they fixed it, they broke the area floating? Man, that sucks. You can't wait for Luigi's Mansion 3. It's kind of random. That's cool, though. My nephew definitely loves playing Luigi's Mansion. You really like what we did with the basement. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. It's a mixture of a lot of us actually working on this. Me, Drew, and Zombie put a lot of work into this. I've tried to, like, fill it up with a lot of the event items. Drew put that down here. But, yeah, it's definitely came along. I still think it's weird to get this table. You actually got to do PvP. Same with the chairs. It's the weirdest thing ever for a PvP reward. But I'm actually gonna take a very, very quick run to the Gold Saucer because it's MGP time. Your mind wanders? No, it's all good, Chaz. My brain does the same thing throughout the day. Oh yeah. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see what we got. $72. Not that great. $72. What are the odds? Well, we saw them. And no jackpot. 180. Not a great night for MGP. I don't think I've got anything to sell. Oop. Looks like he can kill you in one swoop. Steven, what's up? How's it going, Steven? How have you been, and how was the Tuesday? Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna end up getting to the roulette tonight, honestly. This is gonna take way too long. Yeet. Really, titty bear boy? Have I given up on Savage? I don't want to say I gave up. I've just been taking a break, honestly. Here lately, I've been tired from work. And Savage content it's fun to play when you can get good parties, but not many people are actually trying to actively get the clear that I usually play with. So I'm going in kind of alone, and it's just stressful, especially like me dealing with the heat from work like every day. So I've just been sticking to the grind, don't get me wrong. I would love to get the Savage clears, but Party Finder just isn't worth it for the US servers here. I really wish that it was set up like the Japanese servers. We had talked about that a lot, like they actually have a whole different system to getting their clears through the Party Finder, with working through practice, then eventually working it up to get the clear. And these people are like joining in these parties that are very much more specifically based on where they are in the fight. Where here in the US and part of the UK, people just try to like trick. It's like, oh, I've seen a video, I know how to do this, I've never played it before, I'll jump in on your party and all your progress will go nowhere. So that's kind of how, that's like my current position with Savage. Would I like to do it and get back into it? Yeah. Am I stressed out about it? Yeah. And another thing too, honestly, I cannot stand to do like Discord chat. And it's become a random standard for a lot of people running Savage content. To me, it's not helpful. It's very stressful having some random person yelling in my ear at another person or at me. So, I don't know, I'll get to it eventually again, I guess. I don't know. It has actually no AC, and it's not illegal. One, because it's Georgia. It's actually a right to work state. So whatever you sign up for as a job to be in, you know, basically that's just like your job. And if you have a problem with it, I mean, you can just quit. Or they'll fire you. I mean, it's kind of like an ebb and pull. It's just Georgia. It's very strict as far as like working environments. But, yeah, they give us, like, fans and all kinds of other things. It just, once you're in, like, a building that is already 100 degrees, if somebody, like, puts a fan in front of you, you're only getting, like, hot air blown at you. Yeah, a small breeze helps when you get a little sweaty, but outside of that, it's just horrendous. Just very humid as well. Got your denser to 451, awesome. Didn't cap the other week, cool. How did the Japanese do it? They just have a big step for it. I figured you have neither the time nor the patience for Savage. That's honestly slightly where I'm at as well, Rez. Don't get me wrong, you bet E2 is a nightmare? Maybe. I couldn't think about Totten, honestly. And really, the thing is, like, from where, like, I've been past the ad phase. The farthest I've actually been in the Savage is, like, 68%. But really, at that point, it's like the all downhill from there moment. Where it's just, like, watching the mechs, running good DPS. And, my god, it is just a nightmare getting to the same position. The worst part about it really is, it is even people trying to trick people to get in parties or practice. Sometimes it's good getting all the extra practice, you know, setting up those pinpoints, so when you do get back in there, it's like reading a part of a chapter of a book you're about to have a test on. You know, like periodically when you know you're going to have that test, you would read that chapter so you would know those specific details. So, you know, in some ways that's not so bad doing practice with new groups. What's the most agonizing part is trying to, like, get into it and getting that progress, and then you die maybe once, you know, maybe you'll be in a good party, you'll get to like a good 75%, and then somebody's like, oh, I'm tired, I'm going. So then you gotta get a new person. Or the infamous Party Finder special, everybody leaves. Ugh. It's just, I just really feel like Savage content in this game should have a much different standard the way it's put out. But you have all the people who go through the grueling pain and deal with it and get it and beat it. So it's not going to change. It's just, I don't know. It's really stressful though. And I really like when I stream, I hate being stressed. I like to come in here, be myself, be happy, get hopped up, talk about cool stuff or what we're doing. I like to be able to pay attention to what I'm doing in this game as well. And being stressed out, I just like, it gets rough. So yeah, that's kind of like my standpoint right now on Savage content. Like, I might get back into it. I mean, to be honest with you, I know it's like kind of the newest content right now, but we're not really getting anything at all added to this game basically until like the end of October, other than like holiday events. Like the Rising's happening on August 26th, which that I'm pretty happy about. Last year it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't know. What the fuck? I'm not gonna make it. That was way too slow. Mid-ramble. You wish it was more like the bonding coil? It says no. Yeah, I don't know about No Man's Sky. Never played it. Got the 2% with your free company for you. That's cool. I would also get really mad about that. But it's cool. I mean, that's more progress than I've made. Like I said, I've only got to like 68% so far. Discord helps some people on Tsunami. It doesn't help everybody. To me, it is I hate it. Like, Discord, the only reason I like to use it is for taunt off the air. Really, it's like the only reason I like using it. Outside of that, like, I don't even like party chat on my PlayStation. I'm just not into it. Like, that is the most stressful thing ever. Like, I'm one of those people, like, I learn through, like, hands-on things. Like, even when people say, go watch a video, those videos don't help me out either. Like, at all. I'm a hands-on, get in here, learn it type of person. Like, hearing people yell at other people for strategies, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. That's how I feel about it. Like, I hate it that much. Like, it's just not constructive to me. It is for some people, I'll give it to you. Me, not at all. It's a huge reason why I don't do it. Fuck. I'm gonna stop talking about it now, though, because I'm doing poorly and I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get stressed out just fucking thinking about it. E2 is like the wall of Party Fonder. I could only imagine. Hello, Emrith. Hopefully, you're having a great night. I had a slightly stressful start, but I'm getting better. TeamSpeak is trash! No, for real, it's trash. I don't like it. Hello, Judo. Hopefully you're having a great night, though. It used to be worse. Used to require to have a SCOP. Yeah, just screw all that. Like I said, I mean, I'm just like I was saying like a second ago, I'm a really hands-on guy. Like, if I want to learn something, I've got to do it myself. Like, people trying to actively talk you, it's just not good for me, or constructive. It's just stressful. But I could only imagine if it was worse. If it, like, I would definitely not even try it, honestly. If it was required to actually have team chat. Believe me, this little box behind me gets annoying enough sometimes. No, I died. I didn't make it. Ah! Jump! Don't jump that far, though. Oh, man. No, for real, though. I don't know. I'm just not into it. You think trash would work better? Oh, man. See, that's what I mean there. Like, I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. It's constructive for a lot of people, but for me, it's just, eh. I'd rather just not. I like keeping my sanity. And I also don't like people yelling in my ear. Ooh. Oh, no. Sprint, you little all-felon man! Ah! Judo, thank you so much for the donation and the distraction. Oh, man. No, don't need to be doing that. I think another thing, like, this is a personal thing about me when doing Savage content. I'm a jumpy guy sometimes when it comes to playing this game. And sometimes I, like, overcompensate for things. I know I shouldn't, like, in hindsight after. But, like, in the now, in the time of being there doing that, sometimes I mess up. I get a little jumpy, just jump a little bit too far. Just a little bit. Sleepy Judo, I hate to hear it. Well, I mean, in some ways, I understand. You probably had a long day at work. But, I feel you. Hopefully, you can get some good rest tonight. So, Judo, how's Jack? Oh, man, I really hope his name is Jack. After I said that, like, I had to, like, just stop and, like, is your memory serving you correctly, or are you just tired saying a random name? It was absolutely required for Coil. There's terms devoted, so... Ah! I'm gonna kill that guy. Sorry, I'm gonna kill Rez. Not really. I hope I don't, but I thought I was about to, on accident. But, I don't know. I wouldn't like it like that. He's great. Glad to hear it, and glad I got the name right as well. Again, sorry, I'm kind of tired. I was a little stressed out right before the stream just because, well, Fallout 76 stuff. And then, been a little jumpy in the game tonight. Ah! Took that hit. Oh. But still got here safe. Good deal. Fight's almost over as well. We're at 1%. Oh, man. We had a very, very, very hardcore, deep conversation in a very, very avidly movable fight. About broke my brain. I really don't need anything out of here anymore. Pretty much just needing that weapon at this point. So I'm gonna dip. Okay. Maybe this time I'll be a little less distracted. No Leviathan. Does YouTube have emotes? I mean, if you're like a subscriber, you can get like emotes. I don't know if like YouTube has default emotes or not. To be honest with you, I don't really watch a whole lot of live streams other than, well, none on YouTube really. If I do watch anybody live, I usually go to Twitch. I just like to stream here. But if you actually subscribe, there's like, just like Twitch, they have very, or not subscribe, but if you become a member, sorry, my brain's on Twitch right now. But if you become a member on YouTube, there's specific emotes that you can use, like Judo has a few of them that she can use. But that's like the kind of the stipulation to it. I really don't know outside of that if it's like completely like Twitch or not, if they have like default emotes or not. I think you could just use like whatever your phone or maybe your PC or tablet or whatever you're watching on actually has. If only the Vieira had all of the extra hairstyles. Are they limited on hairstyles? I've never even tried to look into making a Vieira. You know me, I'm not going to change my little Lala man anytime soon. But yeah. Been subscribed a while? Oh, definitely. For a long time. You've been a member. And I don't know. You're close to another badge, honestly, I think. You still have a Fantasia, and you're tempted to use it. Vieira's basic? Again, I don't really know much about him. Just a little Lala felon, man. Oh, man. I wish Fallout 76 would have worked. That really it was like the wet towel of my knot, if anything. What's up, Choco? Come cheer me up. Making more hairstyles for Vieira. Yeah. No. Where's your emotional support, dog? That's right, Choco. The no helmet thing bugs you the most? I really don't get like why that was a thing. I know it was the ears, but that seems like a very minor adjustment that they could have worked through. And it's just me though. I mean, look at the US Party Finder, you know. So it is what it is, I suppose. You feel it's rushed? Maybe. I don't want to say they're rushed, honestly. I mean, really, like, I feel like the delay in everything that, as far as updates go and the things that don't come out, I don't think it's rushed at all. What it really is like, this big game, like, around the time that I actually jumped in, it was gaining a lot of popularity. It was already super popular, but right before Stormblood, it really blew up. Just from the hop of Stormblood alone, the marketing was going crazy everywhere. You were seeing commercials on TV for the game. You were seeing, like, random restaurants promoting it, like Hardee's. So many different things about Stormblood, and it just rose so much hop. And they already, you know, were going to, like, E3 and, like, other gaming conventions, but now they're going to, like, all gaming conventions. And, like, they happen, like, every 3 months apart to every, like, I don't know. I'm not saying like E3's every 3 months. Don't get that confused at all. What I'm saying is like there's a gaming convention around the world like every 3 months separated from each other. Like there's what's going on now? Gamescom? We just had like the Quake thing going on, although that's only like mainly Bethesda stuff and all that stuff. But anyway, the gaming conventions that they always try to keep. Like right now they're still promoting Innocence and Titania at like Gamescom now. And I mean, it's been out since release, and that was like, it was last month, almost 2 months ago, though. And, you know, they're actively trying to get all these, like, holiday events in there as well. So their focus is very limited. You know, I'd say that they have a small base team that's, like, working on everything, while everybody else is out here in the marketing department trying to just, like, publicize, or, well, yeah, you know, just really spread out to the public of the game and what it actually has and all the content for people to jump into. But, you know, that small crew's only working on so much. You got probably a little bit of people working on seasonal events, a little bit of people working on the actual story, a little, like, Soken, you know, he's on a lot of these things, and he writes the music for it all, so he's like Evan Poole. The guy probably has zero rest. So I think that's really what it is. Like, they're out there really trying to, like, promote the game, so the actual content that we get for the game gets delayed a little bit, like, let's say, helmets, and, for the Viera, and the Rothgar. I mean, I'm sure there's a little bit more to it, but, I mean, that's a big thing as well, though. They made All Raw with full features, so what happened with this? Again, it's exactly what I said. Like, All Raw came out in, like, Heaven's Ward. So, like, everything after has just been, it's caught a lot more hot, believe me, since then. But maybe they'll get on to fixing it. Oh man, hopefully it doesn't take too long to get in here. What if you had to play the game like this all the time? Like every fight, face view, you had to look at your character. You're going down. This would be really hard. You would never see any obstacles in your way. If you're curious, I'm running to Rez's place. Like, I've got it memorized, but I don't have it memorized to run in looking at my character's face the whole time. So this is interesting. This is a challenge for me right now. I took a wrong turn already. Gotta keep looking at his face. Learn from those mistakes. This is challenging. Think about the Kugani jump puzzle. If you had to do it like this, it would have never been completed. Like, ever. Oh, there's Rez's place. We made it. Oh, I missed the stairs. Damn it. Okay. You gotta admit, that was a little impressive. Super tall Hollander with bunny ears. Still love your lawn, boy. That's good. I think that's one of the reasons why I like just staying Lalafell. Like, Yoshi P plays Lalafell, so you better bet if there's a change in the game, we get it just right off the bat. Which, I don't change anything anyway, but you know what? Just playing my cards right. I do love Lalafell, so actually it has absolutely nothing to do with that, but I'm using that as an extra advantage. Yoshi P plays Lalafell. He's not about to screw his own race over. You wonder if there's people that play this game in first person? I doubt it, but maybe. I've thought about it a lot. I mean, I've actually, back when I first started playing, I had a few things where I did a few FUTs in first person. It was not fun. You just don't see everything correctly. Like, you can only see a handful of AoEs. It is not fun. But it does make me like the Final Fantasy XIV VR experience. It makes me think about that. Lalafell's cute. You like cute, so you play cute. That simple. I think it's one of the reasons why I play in the end. And also, I mean, I don't know. I just really like the Lalafell. Back when I actually played Windaquill, what's up? How's it going, Windaquill? I'd actually hope that damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, now I remember. Back in the day, in Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, I actually used to play, looks like you're sitting in his lap. I actually used to play, gosh, how did I forget its name? Lilty, that's what it is. In Crystal Chronicles, they have a race called Lilty. And in the actual first Crystal Chronicles, they were like warrior-based classes. And back when I first started playing a lot of adventure games, I would always play warrior classes. It's just because, honestly, I'll be completely honest, they were really simple when I was a kid. The older I got, I started like the more complex things, kind of like the Summoner here, or back in the day, which it's completely dead now, RIP, Shadow Priest in World of Warcraft. I used to love playing Shadow Priest so much. But, yeah, you know, the older I got, I started liking the more complicated classes, but when I was younger, I still loved to play MMORPGs and RPGs, but I would usually go warrior-based because it was more simple. You could get a lot of the mechanics. Sure, you were tanking, and tanking to a lot of people isn't easy. To me, it's... Honestly, this is the hardest game I've ever had to tank in. That's why I don't really like it that much. As much as I love Final Fantasy XIV, the community... Whew, sometimes just... Which I love most of it. The majority, like 85% of the people that I played the game with, love it. But there's a random 15% out there where it's just like, ugh. Which makes me prefer just DPS. But, you know, I'm going to give it my next try, my next little hand when I try Gunbreaker. Probably in a few weeks. It won't be long and I'm actually going to start trying to level up my, my White Mage. And then again, after that, like I've already talked about it, I'm going to try to do a Gunbreaker after. See what that's like. See if I like it. Nope. Perfectly fits in Nessa's hands. Happen to have Oreos. That's very specific. And didn't even ask if they had snacks. You got Oreos? I feel like that's a good question for a rite of passage. Like, if you were like to join a gang, you know, like, there was that meme that went around forever. It's like, you know, always got that thing on me. And you got, like, you see people, like, ranch dressing in their back pocket. I feel like that would be a good one for one of those, you know? Like, you want to get into a game, you got them Oreos on you. You know you ain't getting in here without them Oreos. Then that reply, but you know, always got that thing on me. At least pull out like one singular Oreo. Looked for a car today, Nos. How did that go? Hopefully it went pretty well, or at least you had some good constructive views on things. I know exactly what that's like going car hunting. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's weird and stressful. Hopefully it all went good though. Banjo and Kazooie. It's odd. You looked. Oh man, I'll have to read that in a second. I'm gonna get the dead on me if I don't. Hold! Oh shit, I think I ran at the wrong time. Or not, I don't know. I'm just not gonna think about it. How many Lalafell do we have in our party? Or half of us Lalafell right now? Nope. Man. Ah, shit. What's up, Queen? How's it going? Hopefully you're having a great night. Okay. It's odd. You looked at it around sunset? Maybe a little after? Non-expensive? That's good. Especially if it's in good condition. Just gotta have a mechanic check it out before you jump into it. Very smart, honestly, actually. My stepdad is actually my go-to for stuff like that. Like, he's really, really, like, well mechanically inclined when it comes to vehicles. And I'm decent. Like, I can spot, like, the things that, like, I don't know. I can spot, basically, the stuff that you... I don't know how to put it. I've got a basic knowledge on cars, though, when it comes to looking at things. Like, just parts of the top part of the motor. But my stepdad, oh man, he will just, like, look at the craziest things that I don't even think about usually. And he's usually my go-to to actually take looking for a car. Hopefully you have some better luck, though. You yeeted off the stage. That's not funny, but it's funny. What makes it funny is the fact that you said you yeeted. Hell, Ma? You're not as okay? You hit 77 astrologian? Or astrologian? It's been okay, honestly. I had a little bit of a bumpy start. Wanted to do some Fallout 76 tonight, but it didn't happen. Unfortunately, my download took way too long. Also, I really beefed up over on Resurrection tonight. I was mid-chat. We were talking about, like, Savage content and stuff like that. And, party chat and a whole bunch of other things, and it's places that require very specific moments of my attention because I feel very strongly the way I do about all of those things. So I definitely beefed up the first part of Eden's Gate tonight. But Leviathan, or not Leviathan, shit. That last one went well. Sorry. I'm very tired as well. I actually had to go to, like, a grocery store after work as well, so, like, it took me a while to actually get in here. But, yeah, I mean, other than that, you know, I'm having a pretty decent time. You wanted to be a mechanic growing up? Always loved cars. I've always loved cars, but I've always loved, like, tuner cars. Which is a weird thing to say. You know, a lot of people are really into, like, muscle. A lot of people are really into, like, trucks or, like, specific, like rigs. I'm always really big into tuner cars. And I wanted to get into something like that a little bit as well. But it just never really happened for me. It's an 02 Dodge Neon for $1,300 and under 100,000 miles. Wow. If the mechanic doesn't find a bunch wrong, you found... a miracle. I really hope that you like the car. The one thing I can say about a Dodge Neon that I know for a fact on They are hard to work on. They're very compact as far as like the engine goes. But with it being like a, you know, like a Dodge, you know, parts for stuff like that, it's usually cheap if something actually goes wrong. And I mean, that's a steal. 1,300 and under 100,000 miles. That's actually the fact that it's in '02 under 100,000 miles. That's impressive. What's my dream car? Nissan Skyline, hands down. Either a early 2000s model, like a 2002 Nissan Skyline, to a 2004. I really just like that body style that they were working with that, or a more modern day Nissan Skyline. But Nissan Skyline, hands down, is my favorite car. It's just so many nostalgic moments, mainly Need for Speed Underground. My goodness. I used to be a Need for Speed Underground junkie. I wish that game would get a remaster or a remake. So bad. Especially, like I was just saying, I've always been a fan of, like, tuner cars, so that car is, like, top-tier tuner car. It's not the best. I'm not going to say it is. There's better ones out there. But still top-tier. Very nice car. Really easy to make faster. I mean, it's already a fast car all on its own with stock parts. How about you, Wazunami? What's your dream car? An Infiniti G35. I don't even know what that looks like, to be honest with you. I'll look it up really quick. Need for Speed Heat. Looks like it'll carry Underground's legacy fondly. Really? I've not even heard of Heat. I need to look into that. Sorry, I'm gonna look up that car, but he told me there's a new Need for Speed game coming out that looks like it's gonna live up to the hype. Man, I haven't played a Need for Speed game in so long. Their website is hooked up. You could look at all the cars that are in there. One of the things about Need for Speed that started to get me after a while, though, they really took off of that, like, it looks like it's kind of going in that same route. Hopefully it'll be more customizable, but they went to this direction where they, like, I see on here, like, I'll just give you a nice little, I'm going to skip a few, but, this is a thing that they started doing that kind of, like, got me out of it. Don't get me wrong, classy cars are very nice, you know, but that's the thing. They started using, like, classy cars and a lot of muscle and got really out of that tuner aspect. Like, I remember, in Need for Speed Underground, the first car, like in Need for Speed Underground 2 more specifically, the first car I would always start off with was the Honda Civic. It's not the fastest car at the beginning. I think the 240SX is actually a little bit better. But the thing is, I just always loved the handling on that car. It was very, very, like, all around. It had good handling, decent acceleration, and a decent top speed. I would play through with that same car through like 3/4 of the game without even having to switch. That's what I loved about it so much. But they kind of, like, over the way, kind of, like, lost that aspect and got into more like, again, I'll just name off a few here, like an Aston Martin. Just in general, Aston Martin. Then BMW, again, just in general. Which BMW actually does make a lot of cool tuner cars, so there's that. But then Chevy, or Chevrolet, for everybody that prefers that. Like, literally any Chevy is not a tuner car at all. I don't know, they got a Bel Air on there. Wow. Ferrari. And don't get me wrong, all those cars are really cool as well. It's just, I've never been like the top that dreamed about driving a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. I would like, well, when I say tuner car, I legit meant like tuner car. They got a Civic in there at least. They got Civic top Civic Type R, a 2000 model and a 2015. The 2000 model actually really do like. Hot hatch. I don't know, maybe this game they will get into it a little bit more. I'm actually maybe happy to see the Honda Civic on the roster again. Like 50 Lamborghinis. Not really, but like legit there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Lamborghinis in the game. We got them all. Murcielago, Diablo, Huracan. Yeah, they've got them all. Lotus. I'm surprised it wasn't a Lotus Elise. That's actually kind of cool. The RX-7's back. That's pretty cool. Sorry, I'm not looking at any chat right now. I'm about to. Sorry, I'm looking at this list. GTR, cool for this Nissan 350Z. Skyline GTR, ooh, it's very specific, the dream car of my own. And they've got the 1999 version, which is an actually really good body style as well. It looks pretty much identical to everything else that I was talking about that I like, the 2002 to 2004 model. A shit ton of Porsche. Legit like 5 Porsche 911s. The Impreza, like to see the Impreza coming back in on Rally as well. That's cool. I don't know, I'll have to look more into the game. It has a decent roster list. It looks like it. I've never been one into like the supercars, the like crazy stuff like that. You know, like I said, I'm not even a Lamborghini guy. Don't get me wrong. If somebody walked up to me and said, "Here is a Lamborghini," you bet I'm gonna drive it. I would never be able to afford one. But just saying, like, if I could, I probably wouldn't be buying that. Nothing wrong with it, though. Might have misspoke. You thought it looked more like Underground because it has that kind of street race flavor if you stick to the right races. And you like the customizing the colors and shit more than much else. The quest system of Underground had. That kind of stuff, yeah. I loved all of that about Underground as well. I mean, it might still, like, hop back up to the Underground legacy. Be content with a Ford Lightning. I don't even know what that looks like. You love cars in general? I feel you. You want a Mini Coupe or a Honda Civic? I feel you, Queen. Honda Civic's actually a really nice car. And Mini Coupe actually is a pretty nice car as well. They're actually another car, actually. It's kind of slept on, a lot of people don't know, but they're actually a pretty quick car, just stock. Infiniti G35. Okay, it kind of looks like a 350Z in a way. It just has like a... I feel like this car looks like a 350Z that just got Fusion High with like straight up a Porsche. This one actually looks like a 350Z. There's one here with a body kit on it and a spoiler. Some kick-ass lowriders. Really got way off base with this one. Just talking about cars. But, I mean, that's a cool thing, though. Honda Civic's always great. Yeah, you know, I agree. It for a really, like, easily accessible car to get your hands on, it's already stocked with, like, especially if you get, like, a VTEC in and shit like that, like, very just stock right off the lot. It's a pretty decent car. And if you actually sink some money into it, whew, they can be some really awesome tuner cars. That's what I've always liked about tuners, though. Like, you can just do so much with them. While, like, with sports cars and, like, supercars, you can fix them up a little bit, but they're kind of, like, stock, ready, what they are, you know? Like a Lamborghini, for instance. You're never gonna hear somebody, well, you could do certain things to it. You could put turbo in it. It may actually have that stock. I don't know. I really have not done any research on Lamborghini. or like Ferrari per se. I'm pretty sure a lot of Ferrari will come out stock with turbo. Like a lot of those cars, like raw off the lot, you're like a Corvette. Also, it's another one. A lot of people add like different little things to make it go faster, like nitrous oxide, or they'll go get again, turbo if it isn't already in their stock. But outside of that, really all you can really mess with like the exhaust a little bit. But even then, it's like if you get a Lamborghini and you mess with like the stock exhaust, there's gonna be some Lamborghini snob out there that's just looking at you like, what? You have defiled that car. And my goodness, I don't know. I just love the tuner car. Just the customization aspect of it is really nice. That's what I like about my car. It could be considered a tuner car, but it's a Nissan Altima SER. I know you hear Nissan Altima and you're already thinking, dude, it's like a mom car. In some ways, it could be. Mine currently kinda is, only I'm not a mom, I'm just a guy with a dog. But the SER package on there actually has like a motor very similar to the 350Z. So my car will actually go really fast, and if I actually had the money to sink into it, I would. You can actually make a really nice car of a Nissan Altima SER, like a really nice car. I've just not really had the time and the money to really sink into it. Most of my time and money either goes into fixing something on it, real off stuff, or streaming. Explained perfectly. Well, thank you, Nazunami. It's so bad. I was talking about cars so long my character went AFK. He was looking through your old streams. You should bring the Savage stash back. It's hard for me to keep facial hair, to be honest with you. Like, this is about as far as I can go. Maybe a little bit farther. Like, when Days Gone, just because of Deacon St. John, I tried to keep the goatee going for the whole time of the streams, and it was just so difficult. Like, if you don't really grow facial hair, the things about it is, like, the edges around your lips. Like, even if you trim it up, sometimes, like, certain things, or if you don't trim it up, it gets horrific. I remember eating an awesome burger. I didn't trim it for, I think it was like 2 weeks, and it got a little too long. I was eating an awesome burger. I was so excited to eat. And I'm going to move my mic here for a second to just explain to you what exactly happened. It might adjust my voice a little bit. But I had this burger. I'd waited all week for this because I was so busy I couldn't make the trip to get it. I wanted a monster thick burger, and I can actually get one of these in my town, but with my schedule, sometimes it's really hard for me to actually just go out to a restaurant and get a burger. A lot of times I just have to come home, eat something quick, or I eat a lot of salads, to be honest with you. Like, I eat a lot of salads. So I went to go bite into this burger after the mustache had grown down so long, and when I bit into it, I bit part of my mustache, and it didn't rip hair out, or it probably did, I don't know, but it hurt. I just bit in, and all I could think of was, or it wasn't think of, all I could feel was, like, the stretch of my upper lip going into my mouth a little bit, like that, just from that first bite. And a monster thick burger is, a good, maybe this, somewhere in that region of how big it is. We'll use my face and my hands as reference. It's a pretty big burger, so when you bite into it, you kind of, like, you gotta, like, open the jaws a little bit, like, unhinge yourself. Not too much, where you're, like, Scooby-Doo sandwich out here. But it's, like, still pretty big burgers. It's a double-hander, for sure. So when you bite into it, you'd really need that leverage. But when you got that long mustache, it is not possible. You can grow a mean beard. Thank you. I can grow a good goatee, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, as far as an actual full beard, my cheeks, it's really patchy. I wish it was more full. Like, I've got a lot of friends who can just grow these full, burly man beards, and I can just grow a really thick goatee. And sideburns, which I don't like the sideburns. Just trim it. You look good in a beard. Yeah, it's just really hard to find the time, honestly, with my schedule to keep, like, that much, what's the word I'm looking for? Maintenance for facial hair. I just assume just take it all off. Maybe later on I can grow it back. Maybe I'll have inspiration. Like I said, Deacon St. John was the inspiration of the last goatee. Oh, Deacon St. John. Let me tell you about Deacon St. John. Deacon St. John. I kind of miss Deacon St. John. Not gonna lie. This girl, or woman, and I don't want to say girl, but this woman I've been hanging out with, who's been my friend, I've been hanging out with these last few days, who's I've talked about in the last streams. She's really cool, really awesome. She has a son who was actually over here the other day, and he was playing some Days Gone. And I don't know, part of it watching him play wanted to make me actually play again so much, but I'm probably not going to get back into it. But Ozunami, thank you so much for the compliment, though. It's one of those things I'm always unsure about. I don't really ever actively get compliments, so when I get them, I'm a little caught off guard. But a big thing is, like, when I'm doing, like, facial hair or something like that, I don't really hear anything from anybody other than my brain. Oh, E-Free, what are you doing? Oh, we started to fuck. I just saw him going up there. I was like, oh, what? I'm just standing here, E-Free. Nope. Oh, bueno. Ah! Nope, I'm dead. The hop worked! Oh, man. Oh, scary. You're gonna head out? You have a great night as well, Chaz. Thanks for popping in and sticking around for a while. Definitely appreciate it, Chaz. Oh! Good deal. 18%. Queen, you have a great night as well. Thank you for popping in, Queen. Oh my god, what is happening right now? Heal LB3 if you have to. Man, we're at 14%. It's worth the LB3 for the DPS. Oh, dead. Barely made it. Whew. That hop really works right there. Pro tip. Hop. Okay. That wasn't too bad. It was a lot of fun. And with that, before we even get Titan started, I am going to take a very, very, very quick restroom break, and I will be right back. I'm going to leave for the game to actually start playing music again, show our characters before I leave, because black screen stuff. But I'll be back. Once I can talk, I'll be right back. Okay, get this duty funder up and ready. Probably gonna take a little bit, but it's alright. Oh man, I'm actually getting more tired than what I thought I was going to. Hopefully, honestly, that wasn't a bad run. It got a little bumpy there towards the end with Leviathan, but hopefully we have a party that's either just as good, if not, maybe a tad bit better. I remember at the end of that fight, one of the tanks had gone down because they thought the fight was over already. But I understand. And also, a little apology for everybody that caught the beginning of the stream. I was a little stressed out, though, just about the whole Fallout thing. I hate, like, saying I want to do something on the stream, and then not really even be able to do it. Like, I promoted Fallout just, like, all day yesterday. And again, you know, I'll for sure be on it tomorrow, as long as the server is up, that is. For the Vault 94 content. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, just the start of everything had, like, I had all my plans set. And my PS4, honestly, at the beginning was, like, a few of you saw it happen, the other day, where actually, it happened, like, twice, I think the week before last. And, actually I had to do a full reset on my PS4, and I had to do it, like, tonight as well. Mainly just because of that Fallout update, my goodness. It's annoying. Really like when you get to use the Dancer LB3. It actually looks really cool, to be honest with you. But, you know, most of the LB3s do look really cool. But the Dancers, it's very, very, very huge. Pretty much all my character does is get some big-ass wings, float up for a second, and just do like a giant death flare. Mega death flare. Oh, so is anybody looking forward to the Rising? Getting that Y'shtola minion, or all those nice paintings that everybody will get? Honestly, the event last year was a lot of fun, and that's more so what I'm looking for. The loot and the cool stuff that you can get from it looks, you know, it's pretty cool. I actually like getting wall mount stuff, or wall mounted stuff. Like paintings now just for the decoration of the free company house. But like, the Y'shtola mini is pretty cool, but the event itself is actually a lot of fun that I'm looking forward to. Last year, it kind of like, last year it did like a regalement of like the Tob right before A Realm Reborn. So I kind of hope we have something on that lines all over again, but maybe not specifically the same, but I'm not going to complain if it is, but still. Looks like a lot of fun. Blame Todd Howard. That's the best person to blame. Honestly, though, he's really just like the spokesman of Bethesda. The guy, I don't really think he does that much active work as far as things go. The only thing he does is give us information that doesn't actually, it either doesn't happen or happens way too late. The guy is a swindler. He's got a silver tongue. Here's a new game you can all play together. Sorry you didn't like that game, we're gonna fix it now. Oh, man. So, at the rate we're going, I didn't know these queues would take so long to actually get into the raids, but most people probably already got their... Well, I don't know about that. I was about to say most people probably already got their weapons, but... I don't even... Maybe not. Because I still got to get like 2 more blades. I think 1 more, like next week I should be able to get it. Maybe. Wonder when we'll get info on Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah, I'm wondering about that too. I'd still, like, I want to hear some more, like, lore info. Like, I've talked about it before, Skyrim was just so great. But that is a big game to live up to. Still new to 14? What's the Rising? Winterquill, the Rising event is, it's basically a celebration of Final Fantasy XIV. It's like an anniversary event. But what they do is they, like, the original Final Fantasy XIV, when it was actually released, it was, I didn't actually play it. I didn't actually even start till, like, the very end of Evansward. But, before A Realm Reborn, it was just Final Fantasy XIV, and it was very particular to play. There was a lot of things that people who had played Final Fantasy XI that transitioned over didn't like. New players coming in thought it was way too grindy. Like, for instance, somebody had told me an old botany thing in the game was the actual game you have to play out on a limb. Not out on a limb. Yeah, out on a limb. That's right. Out on a limb at the Gold Saucer, where you're just chopping trees and looking for a meter. I don't know how it's done now, but like it was very grindy, and a lot of the fans just didn't like that. So to keep fans around and to get more in, the creators of Final Fantasy XIV decided that they were going to basically nuke the land, literally, by a giant moon falling from the sky and just destroying pretty much everything, and thus we got A Realm Reborn later, which was the next expansion, but a total reworked version of the Final Fantasy XIV game that it is now, much different than what it was. Actually, fun fact, if I don't often promote YouTube channels or other Twitch channels, just here and there a few that I really enjoy, that I feel like if you want to get a little bit more information. There's this, it's a YouTube channel, they're called Speakers Network. There's this dude who does this amazing editing, telling the story. I don't know how, I think he may actually have a copy of the original Final Fantasy XIV still that isn't A Realm Reborn. Again, I don't know how, but I'm pretty damn sure he does. And the thing is, he goes through and tells you like different parts of the story that led up to moments in the game now that if you just jump in on A Realm Reborn, you're never going to hear because they nuked that part of the story, which it's still relevant to the story that we played now, which is pretty crazy, especially with a lot of the events that have gone down in Shadowbringers. A lot of them are like good odes to the original Final Fantasy XIV game before A Realm Reborn. But the Rising is the celebration of that event, of basically A Realm Reborn coming into play, basically the savior of the game itself, and it's just like an anniversary event of all of that. Last year they actually retold the story in a very simplistic, diluted way of the events that happened in the original Final Fantasy XIV. Like literally this world was destroyed for A Realm Reborn to happen. And there was like, I mean, it's an amazing thing. Again, they're called Speakers Network if you want more information. Not about the Rising. The Rising you can actually look up on the Final Fantasy XIV website. They've got all the current information on what's going down now. But if you want info on the original Final Fantasy XIV game, the best place to look is Speakers Network, no doubt. Like I said, this dude is amazing at editing. He can tell you everything from the very beginning of the game that leads all the way up till now. Which he doesn't do like a lot of modern stuff. It's mainly just like old breakdowns of old areas. Like the outside of Titania used to be a big copy and paste mess that players just hated. And now it's like a very nice, well-structured thing with different areas that you can explore. Nice little like shrubbery and, you know, just nice little things that they touched up on. But it used to just be a copy and paste nightmare. And that's one of the places that you could hear about those speakers that were... I started watching them right as soon as I got into Stormblood. I actually had somebody recommend them to me over chat and said that, you know, if I wanted a lot of that original lore, that was the best place to look. And I've been passing that on ever since to anybody that's curious about the original Final Fantasy XIV. They have so much awesome content on Speakers Network. And again, I don't even promote channels that often. Like, I don't personally know this person at all. And I still would say go check them out sometime. They have loads of information, and it's just like, even if you're like, you've only got like about maybe 10 to 20 minutes of downtime on your free time, and you know, you just got nothing to do, so you want to pop on YouTube real quick, pop up one of those videos. They're definitely very informative, really cool. Surprised he didn't get booted at E3. He was just like, we made a mistake. Yeah, at E3 I was surprised about that either. He was like, you know, we had a lot of things happen this year, and then he was like, I'm surprised a lot of you stuck around. It's like if they can beat Skyrim. Yeah, honestly, Skyrim's so good, I agree. If it was Blizzard fans, they definitely would have gotten booed. Yeah, for sure. Blizzard fans are like the hands-down most savage fans out there. Bethesda fans can be Bethesda apologists sometimes. I feel you on all those statements, to be honest with you. But yeah, the thing about Skyrim that I think that it's going to be hard for it to live up to is the one thing very specifically, the Dragonborn. Like, I was like, we know the races will carry over, but like, the last 3 times actually I played Skyrim, I love the Khajiit, so I went Khajiit, and I also love the companions, so I was a Khajiit companion. And if you know what the companions are at the very beginning of the game. You can join them, they help you level up through some stuff, they give you a lot of core knowledge of like the old realm of which you're in, of Skyrim. And you can also turn into a werewolf, which is kick-ass. So I was like a Khajiit, I was a Catman werewolf that was also Dragonborn. How do you beat that? Like, what am I gonna be next? Like, if I'm just a plain old Khajiit, let me tell you. I'll probably still play it, but I'll be a little bit disappointed. It's just like that tier of a level, which I set the bar for myself a little too high playing the game like that, I suppose. But when you're a Khajiit, werewolf, Dragonborn, man, Or maybe, you know, you wanted to go a different route, and you went like Argonian, Vampire Lord, Dragonborn. Which is possible, but I don't know. There's a lot they've got to really... It's like somebody just gave you the best cake in the world, but then they told you there's a better one back here. Your expectations are, like, literally right here at the top. And it has to be meant to keep that. Like, I'm sorry, Bethesda. You did this to yourself. You put your game on every console available in the world, and then everyone available in the world on old school generation consoles. Then when the new generation came, you put it on all those too. You set that bar really, really, really high, Bethesda. That's all I'm saying. Now, if it doesn't reach this, there's going to be a lot of disappointment, which it probably won't. It'll probably reach here. Fans will say it reached here. Then they'll not get up to about here, and then they'll bring it back down to about here again with fans again, and then they'll bring it back up here at the end tier of the game's existence. Welcome back, PC Gamer. Also, PC Gamer, in light of the question you asked earlier, I skimmed over a little bit. I was trying to get in a rush of trying to get the stream started. And tablets, yeah. Skyrim is everywhere. I loved the joke that they did last year at E3 when they had it on, like, on Alexa. You had Michael Keep Hill up there. It's like, hey, Alexa, play Skyrim. And it was doing all that thing. It was like, your health is low, and he's like, just like ate all the cheese or whatever, then his wife walks in and was like, you're lactose intolerant. Then she leaves the room, eat all the cheese. And if you haven't seen it, really look it up. Look up Alexa Skyrim. It's just a gimmick, it wasn't real. But they had Michael Keep Hill come in there, and he did excellent. I'm pretty fucking sure I just said his name wrong. Keaton... What the fuck is his name? It's a nightmare. I know it's Key and Pill, and I'm mixing their names together. Keegan Michael. That's it. Keegan Michael Key. Okay, yeah, that's it. I was butchering it up a little bit. Keegan Michael Key, that's his name. All I could remember was the Michael part. You know, it's my name. But, yeah. How all the metaphors are food? I'm a big foodie. That's all I'm saying. Like, if I could compare things to other things, but, like, the best thing in comparison to compare anything is food. Basically, the biggest reason, we all eat food. We have to survive. So, like, it's really easy to create a metaphor or analogy based around food. It's my go-to. Man, this Titan queue. This has been the worst queue yet, I think, so far. We may not get to run Titan tonight. I'm just kidding. After we've already sat 15 minutes in a queue, I don't really want to leave. But I am really hoping that Elder Scrolls 6 actually has, like, some kind of, like, a... I don't know, I wish we'd get more information so we weren't so left in the dark. That's another thing Bethesda likes to do. Leave you in the dark till the last second. Then they tell you all their announcements. And then you decide if you're disappointed or not. Speaking of food, and luckily we're just waiting on tanks now, so it shouldn't take too long. I'm excited for after the stream, let me tell you. While I was out, like, actually after work, I hate when I have to do this, but I had to. I had to make a quick run out to well, Walmart, honestly, is, like, the only open place around here where it has, like, all your needs. But, like, I had to go on a late night trip to Walmart after work. And I was hungry. And, you know, like, when you have a lot of food at home, but you don't want any of it? I was in one of those moods. Like, at work, I was like, save money, just eat the same thing you had last night. It was hot dogs. And let's hope that it just holds me over. Let's, you know, keep that. I got to Walmart. I walked through the frozen section aisle, and I got me some damn bagel bots. A new hello. Have I ate anything good lately? Well, I'm about to eat some bagel bots after the stream. Bagel bots are supreme. Seems to think we won't be the Dragonborn anymore, or have shouts. Yeah, I'm honestly I'm hoping that's not the case, but I'm thinking the same thing. It would just be hard to be Dragonborn again and carry that same story with the graybeards and everything and the blades. I mean, I hope that we're still Dragonborn, but I don't know if that's gonna happen again, to be honest with you. It's just like one of those things. It's like each game they haven't really repeated anything. And what things they have, it's just like very minor, but as far as the story goes, they don't really repeat that much. And yeah, I could see us not being Dragonborn this time around. I hope we are, or at least something similar to an equal stature, but I don't know about it. We'll see, and knock on wood, for good thoughts and hopes and dreams for Skyrim. So anew, how was your day? Hopefully you're doing pretty good. I really thought I was over far enough. Damn it. No! I was hoping he'd launch me that way. Well, poo. I really do suck at this fight. This is why I say I feared this fight as far as its savage mode the most. I don't know if I'll ever even get to it. All is well? I'm having a decent night. It was a little bumpy start, steadily getting better. Hopefully continues to do so. But thank you for asking. And again, glad you could pop in here. Oh, fuck. Fuck. If only that worked. Hobbs ineffective on this fight. very ineffective. Now you launch me that way. Totten, let me tell you, he's got a mind of his own out here. Hating old tumbles. Not Garuda! Ah! I accidentally summoned Garuda and it got me killed. I missed Mario Kart memes. Like, Minato actually shared. I saw another one. But the one Minato shared with the Mario Kart like roster and it's showing like Totten EX. It's been one of my favorites. Could you imagine this guy in Mario Kart? Of course you could, but if you could. Son of a monkey. Oh man, my armor's probably shit right now. It's like halfway. I feel so horrible in this spot to not. I need to start doing this spot more just as practice. But, like, after one more run next week, the relevance of it's just going to be very minute for me. Oh. What the fuck? Like, I know what I just did, but at the same time, I don't know why I did it. I think I saw that person standing there, and I was like, oh, okay. I'll just cut this guy for a second. Wrong idea. The healers are on point. I gotta give them that, like, right off the bat. My god, every time I went down, they've got me back up. This is like Minato status healers. That's a compliment. Believe me, it's a big compliment. I know I've got a helmet right now, but I'm gonna actually kind of hold off for a second before. Never mind. Before I was gonna say summoning him, but might as well get it over with now. My god. I went the wrong way. Sprint! Whereas LB3 is just in this. In this nightmare. Goodbye, giant car man. Thank you, Rez. Oh, man. At least it went quick. I was the worst person in our party tonight, unfortunately. And again, I don't really need anything. And it seriously though, thank you, Riz, for that LB3. That it's just, I'm too tired for Totten. Like I've got to have a non-tired, equally focused Mond. And tonight, I'm really all over the place. Really, I'm definitely not as stressed as I was at the beginning of the stream. But my goodness, Totten, let me tell you, I really do. I need to break down and just actively practice that fight more often. Where did it put Riz? Alright, do either of you actually want to run a little bit of Titania before I get out of here? Like, I'm not going to be on much longer, but I do actually want to run some Titania before I jump out of the knot. Mario Kart 8 is a good game. Giant car man. He is. But, actually, the last Mario Kart I played was on the Wii. I don't know which one that was. It may have been 7? I don't know. But, yeah, I haven't played it in a while. But I'm a huge Mario Kart fan. I played Mario Kart on Super Nintendo, GameCube, Nintendo 64. I know I skipped a generation, but then went back a generation. Wii U I didn't play on, and I haven't played, I don't know if the Switch has their version of Mario Kart out. I haven't played that either. But everyone before that I actually have played. It's just the more recent I actually have not. And Azunami, glad you're in for it. Rez is down. You down for a little Titania, Azunami? Tired as fuck, for sure. I'm in the same boat, really. I'm, like, really, really tired. That's, honestly, one of the reasons why I was doing so bad in Totten just there. I'm not gonna say it's the only reason. Like, I was legit, I'm just, like, off my game right now. Tonight, I was fully prepared to jump in here and do Fallout 76. Things did not go as planned. And so, yeah. I think Leviathan has been my best fight tonight, oddly enough, which I would never in 1,000 years think that would have been the fight where I'm just, like, out here just getting it. But, Totten just, it wasn't gonna happen. My brain's just like, screw you, guy. You're just gonna forget all the mechanics, and you're gonna mess up on the ones you know. And that's exactly what happened. And hopefully we can get a party pretty quick. Give me just a moment. Okay, we got somebody in here. So Wendiquill, what class do you actually play in Final Fantasy XIV? Or what is your main, so to speak? Also, anybody that wants to get on it, if you did play Skyrim back in the day, what was your character? Like, you know, it just revealed Bond to you. It was a Khajiit, werewolf, dragonborn man. What did you play as? Also, fun fact, the way I actually like to play, like, primarily would dual-wield one-handed swords, but secondary in magic. Like, I always went to the college of, what is it? Is it Windhelm? I gotta look it up now. Winterhold, that's it. I would always go to Winterhold. What is Winterhelm? Is that Game of Thrones? No, it's World of Warcraft. But yeah, I would always go to Winterhold, and I would always go through the college storyline and become the Archmage. That way I can master my magic skills a little bit further, because believe it or not, those magic skills pay off a lot later on, especially if you're going after the Dragon Priest mask. If you were somebody like me who loved to dual-wield one-handed swords, it is not a smart way to go after a Dragon Priest, especially ones that use a lot of ranged magic, which a lot of them and most of them do, and then some of them are even positioned around dragons, so it makes it even harder. A fun, cool fact that you could actually do. There was one thing you could do, is master your electricity abilities and drain out all of their NP so they couldn't even use their attacks on you. You can go with that one-handed sword and just slash away. Or there was another way that you could do it, where you could actually use Ospox and throw at them continuously and slow them down, and always love to use fire-imbued magic. I would always do fire and Os-imbued magic on the swords. Os would actually take their stamina away, while my fire sword was doing additional damage. Well, I would kind of love to play the same kind of strategic way, where I always kept my right hand the primary weapon with the fire sword, and it was always Os, usually, with the other hand. It would be like Osbox. I'm just ignoring that. But yeah, we'd throw like Osbox and do like additional fire damage. Or again, you know, with the Dragon Priest, you could actually just like spam some electricity magic on them and drain all their MP away and just like spam the fire sword on them. Or you could use the Os sword, so if they did try to run away, because they have this weird little like jolt ability where they can just like move away from you really quickly, and you could actually just like use that Os sword as well, and then they couldn't really get away as fast. I don't know, I was really strategic as far as Skyrim went, with like what I would like to use as like my character, and also like as the diversity in fighting. One thing I always wanted to try that I never actually did, I always heard that if you got all your alteration and illusion skills up, it was like the most genius class to play in the game for some reason. And I never really looked it up why, but I always heard that that was like the best class to run in the game. Apparently it strategically plays out better than any other class in the game. But one-handed swords and magic was always my shit. Sith, what's going on, Tim? What time is it there? It is 3:07 a.m. Nathan. Your first character was a Nordic Destruction Mage Vampire. Nice. Later you made a Khajiit Rogue Mage. Cool, cool, cool. And Tim, how have you been tonight, though? Hopefully you've had a, well, I'm pretty sure it's a day there now, but hopefully you've had a pretty good day. You've been keeping Dark Knight, White Mage, Ninja, Samurai, and Red Mage topped off. Nice. So those are all cool, cool. Currently pulling your Heavensward MSQ. On hold to level everything else. Cool, cool. It's actually pretty strategic. That way, as you get through other tiers of the expansions, you can actually work on that other stuff, and you don't really have so much as a grind. I did not play that way exactly. Like, as far as my character has gone, I've got my Dark Knight to 70, White Mage to 70, Samurai to 70, Bard to 70, Machinist to 70, and my Red Mage to 70, Blue Mage to 50, that's as far as it can go, and maxed out my Summoner. But Thermaturg to 15, it doesn't really count. When I actually started playing, that was a stipulation for the Arcanist. The Arcanist had to be level 30, and you had to have a level 15 Thermaturg skill to actually be a Summoner. So that's the only default reason. I have nothing against Black Mage or Thermaturg. I haven't really had much of a drive to get back into doing that just yet. It's kind of like one of those things that will definitely be like later on down the road. Next, of course, I've already talked about it's going to be my White Mage to 80. Then I want to do Gunbreaker, get that to 80. I'll get Dark Knight there eventually, but I'm not in a rush. Gunbreaker just looks like a lot of fun. But yeah, doing it like everything that way honestly seems like a pretty good idea. That way, you don't get in this weird position. Like, I've got like quite a few 70s that I could pop up to 80, but I still have like, for instance, Rogue, Lancer, Pugilist, or, you know, Ninja, Dragoon, Monk. And then, the Warrior and the Paladin. Scholar and Astrologian, all those are like when I actually do those, I gotta start from scratch. Minato coming in to join the group, chill. You played Skyrim on almost every console, you're obsessed. It's a great game. I don't blame you, PC. And it's all good, Tim. It's all good. Pop in when you can, you know, always say. You want to play Skyrim now and try that? Getting a little tired, so you might just have an hour or two on you tonight. I'm not going to be on for an hour or two, so, like, I'm probably going to be on, honestly, hopefully, like, 2 or 3 runs in Titania. Minato, you should join our group. But, yeah, I'm not going to be on too much longer. I'm actually very tired. I was already pretty tired, jumping in here tonight. And a little stressed out from my Fallout 76 plans actually going to poo. Also, just a few other reasons, though, but, yeah, not gonna be on here too much longer. Honestly, I didn't expect the raid to actually take so long to get into. You love playing Skyrim? Actually getting rather addicted to it again. Having a dialogue edit mod. That's cool. A gift on Twitter. What is this? Tonberry wall lantern. Well, thank you. I'll probably put it in my room. There's actually one specific spot I've thought about putting one. I've already got one, but another one is a good spot I've actually thought about. But thank you, Minato. Thank you so much. But yeah, I've thought of another place for one as well, though. Still below 30 on Monk. Arcanist Warrior, Archer. Once you have the Soul Crystals, you might go back to the story. And you don't count Blue Mage since its cap is 50, like you said. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Blue Mage, I wish it was getting naturalized already, honestly, Winterquill. It's a lot of fun. In its own way. In its own way. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things about it that I just don't really enjoy. Like, the limited play, I like and I don't like. I like that it's set up for, like, single play. Because a lot of this stuff, in this game, you know, I've had the crew here behind me, or beside me, however you want to put it. A lot of people have helped me out through a lot of stuff in the game, ran a lot of content with a lot of people, but there's been moments where I've just been by myself. That was a cool thing about the Blue Mage. I mean, you could actually go in there and just solo a lot of stuff, get it to level 50, and then they have the Mass Carnival, which, to be honestly, it was okay. I got, like, not even a quarter through it, to be honest with you. I got, like, maybe a 10th through it. I don't know. It just lost a lot of its playability really, really, really quick. And I wish they would kind of, like, fix a lot of that, but... I guess we'll see as far as that goes, though. Ran out of potatoes mid-fought. Excuse me while you eat 87 raw potatoes. So tired, falling asleep. It's cool, Tsunami, I understand. I'm getting there as well. I'm pretty tired. They should really make this a lot less savage. Kick from party. This just sounds super savage. Wait, the other tanklet? Really? Probably found a quick queue. Good night to you as well, Tsunami. Again, thank you for jumping in on the raid. Sorry we couldn't get any Titania going on. Queues tonight are honestly pretty savage. One last coffee for the night. I'll fill you, Sith. Ran out of potions. Okay, I get the joke, yeah. Eat all the food. It's kind of like the Keegan-Michael Key thing I was talking about earlier that they did for the Alexa commercial where he ate all the wheels of cheese. But I mean, Skyrim is a great game though. One thing that would be really, really cool that Skyrim could add, if they did correctly, it could be horrendous. Like, if you ever played Lair, you would know what I mean. It would be horrendous. Like, I never even played it because of how bad of the reviews it got. I was so excited when PlayStation 3, they had the 6-axis thing going on. I don't know if any of you remember that, but like they had so many games that came out at the very beginning release of PlayStation 3 that used 6-axis control, which if you didn't know, they tried to mirror a lot of stuff that we had just came out with like motion sense in the controller, like racing games. You just like moved the controller side to side to steer. That was actually how you played the game Lair, where you actually controlled a dragon. You'd have to pull up and pull down as far as like directions on the dragon, and I heard that the mechanics were so terrible that I never played it, but I was so hot for that game when I first heard about it, just because the mechanics. It was like, there wasn't anything out there like it at all, except for like Wii games, and Wii was like at subpar to PlayStation 3 as far as graphics go. Like Wii was, I mean, it was very Nintendo, I'll say that. Like, it's gotten a lot better. Like the Switch, I've noticed like Mario actually has like hair follicles, which is insane. Like you can actually see every little like crease in Mario's hair now, where, you know, back in the day it was just like a big glob. It looked like, you know, like Play-Doh on their head or something. 6-axis fucking sucked. It really did. Yeah, it really did. Honestly, I remember trying it out, and it like one of the games I remember hating it the most on was, I don't know if any of you ever played this, but it was Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon 2. They only had one option for your 6-axis controller, sorry. I'm starting to get tired, but literally it was like if you forced it to the left or the right while you were crouched, you would roll. Oh my god, I could not tell you how many times I would be mid-mission crouched, and I would just barely tilt that controller, then my character's rolling out of cover into fire instantly. Oh man. And thank you so much, Tim. Thank you so much. It's definitely been a journey. I'm glad to be Twitch affiliate now. Definitely. Can not thank everybody that supported that enough. But yeah, I agree with Minato. Like, they forced it on Uncharted 1. Really? I never actually played it in the Uncharted games. I did play a little bit of the first one, I'll admit. But I don't know, it was a little bit of a the game itself, to me, like, I played it on PlayStation Now out of curiosity. I don't know if it was actually PlayStation Now, or I might have actually rented it. It was one of the two. I don't really know when I'd played it, but it was slightly recently, within the last 3 years. I knew I actually wanted to get into the series, but wanted to start from the beginning, and it was just like, I don't know, I guess it just wasn't what I expected. I was expecting more Lara Croft Tomb Raider, and it was kind of that, but it was like much more secluded, like, areas that you could, like, go through. Like, they were very one path exclusive. Whereas Thing 2 was Slaw 4, because you got the PS3 so late in the cycle that didn't have to deal with it for any other game. It was still terrible. I feel you. Man, what is up with, like, peeps did not. Party Founder Savage, for real. The bromies. You know, the one game I think I hated the most that utilized the 6-axis that I did actually play a lot was, I think it was Dirt. They really tried to get in on that 6-axis hop, and oh man, trying to do races while, like, driving a very fast car. It wasn't fun. I don't know. It's right up there with the Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon 2. Like I said, it was just, like, so unnecessary in that game. I'm glad when PS4 actually came out, they just dropped it. Though I do wonder, as far as, like, VR goes and, like, the more motion sense, like, capabilities that they have with technology now, I do wonder where they're going to be pushing all that stuff as far as the PlayStation 5 goes. I'm so hit and miss when it comes to VR. Like, I want us to be in that next level VR already, where we're, like, putting on headgear, like, we're really fully immersed into it all. And with what the VR that we have now, like, I've not really tried any of it, to be honest with you. I've, like, just seen a lot of, like, other people playing it. To me, like, literally all I need is a headset. I've got everything I possibly could need for it. I just need a headset. It's just, I don't know about it. It's just, I don't feel like I would fully enjoy it for what it is now. Like, I've always wanted to try it, but I don't know. I feel like when I finally get into VR, I want it to be that full immersive experience, not just like the, you know, I'm gonna screw up and trip over my coffee table here and knock over my TV or something. I would like it to just be like, I don't know. It's gonna be a while before we get there, honestly, probably, but I want that, like, dot hack, Sword Art Online kind of thing. I don't want to get stuck in the game, don't think that, you know, I want to live my real life still, but, like, I don't know. When I finally get into VR, that's, like, the point where it has to be for me to actually buy into it. Like, it has to be that full immersive experience. And another thing I've noticed, like, VR, there are some games with, like, really good graphics, but, like, oh, man, I don't know about that, Minato. Oh, man. Want Davin Moose. Basically, I mean, I just want something that's really much more immersive. You know, if I'm really going to get into VR, I want it to be VR. Like, what I would really like is either one of two things. The best VR that I could actually think of as far as, like, a movie sense goes. Has anybody here seen Gamer, the Gerard Butler movie? Either that style, or maybe a lot less savage, or, like, maybe Ready Player... Is it Ready Player One? I'll search it really quick. Yeah, Ready Player One. That was it. That's the VR that I would like us to have. Like, something that's just, like, so immersive. Nothing we're gonna get stuck in. You know, I don't want to, like, log into the game and then all of a sudden be like, you're stuck. You're about to lose your job, get evicted from your home, and you're just gonna be glued to a gaming console till they unplug it because they're gonna move you out of there and then you're dead. No thank you. I don't want that. But, like I said, Ready Player One, man, that... if you haven't seen it, I 100% recommend it. If you're a gamer, watch Ready Player One if you haven't seen it. Do yourself that favor. It is 10 out of 10, hands down. It's probably in my top 15 films of all time. I'm not going to put it top 10 because a lot of nostalgia breaks down my top 10, so... But to be in a top 15 of a whole almost 26-year-old man is lifetime, it's still pretty good. Like, my top 3, oh my god, if you could see me in person, I literally said top 3 and I have 4 fingers up. I did this just like 2 days ago. Sword Art Online. It's an anime, actually. You haven't seen Ready Player One, Riz? 100% recommend it. Or maybe you haven't seen Gamer. If you haven't seen that, I recommend that too, to an extent. The only thing about Gamer is it's more of a, it's a lot like Ready Player One, but much more explicit and a little dark, to be honest with you. I just like the VR aspect of everything. Which, it's not even much of a VR that with it, it's like a character is controlling a real-life human in a virtual reality box. Which is a little weird. I wouldn't want to control an actual human. I'd much prefer it to be some AI out there, or some, you know, video game AI, or NPC. Or it wouldn't be an NPC if you were playing as it, so I can't really say that. But, yeah, you know, something like that. Just something much more immersive than what it really is now. Like, I feel like right now they're like at the edge of getting there, but they're not really there yet. And that person said that they were teleporting, that they are ready. So, I'll go ahead and get us going here. Are we all ready? Check again. That works too. We'll do that. You haven't seen both, actually. Heard Ready Player One was good, though. Oh yeah, it's phenomenal. Isn't that the same person that just said that they were teleporting? Quit. But yeah, Ready Player One, I will admit, Gamer's good. Ready Player One is better. Like, if I have to give you a top 10, like 1 out of 10 score, not a top 10, but a 1 out of 10 score, Ready Player One, solid 8.9. I don't want to give it a 9, because there's a few things along the way I felt like it could have actually done without. But a solid 8.9. You know, 10 being the best movie of all time, which I'll never give any movie ever that rate. Ever. Nothing will ever be a full 10. Never. And if I do give it a full 10, my god, it's gonna be one great film. Like Cloud Atlas, for instance. It's one of my top 3 favorite films. I say top 3 because, honestly, I couldn't really ever give it much more of a anything, oh man, this will work. Okay. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to, but okay. But as far as Gamer goes, I'm gonna give it like a 7. Like, it's a good movie, but there's like a lot of, like, I'm an adult, you know. I'll watch Game of Thrones. I'll watch a lot of questionable shows out there that the average person might not watch. Yeah, but you mean that's the thing you want to avoid too? No trapped or your character's lost. Yeah, I definitely don't want to get trapped, Wendy Quill. Definitely do not want to get trapped in a game. Definitely want to avoid that. I like the immersive kind of like thing going on with a lot of those. But yeah, as far as like getting back to Gamer though, like that movie, it's good, but it's just like it has a lot of stuff that's just really unnecessary as far as like the story goes. Some parts make it deeper, some parts you're just like, why is this even in the movie? But Ready Player One, on the other hand, oh man, phenomenal from pretty much beginning in. There's a few things that doesn't necessarily have to be in the film if you watch it, but I don't know, it was still very good. And honestly, if you grew up in the 90s, it'll appeal so much more to you because there's so much 90s nostalgia embedded into that film. Oh my god. Ready Player One, oh man, I'm gonna watch it tonight after the stream. Like, hands down, 100% gonna do that. I've already seen it like twice, no, 3 times I think. And tonight's gonna be number 4. Like, it's one of those movies that's literally good even when you rewatch it again. This is one of those moments where I wish they would have never taken my healing ability away as a summoner. I'm sitting like right above half health and I don't know what it's going to be after this.
When you play with fire.
A little over half. I think that's what I liked about Sasik though. It gave you just like, it did give you much health. It just gave you that little nudge of health that, you know, in dire situations would still keep you alive. R.I.P. Summoner Sasik. Welcome back, Sip. Hopefully the coffee's good. But Rez, honestly, I don't know if you still got an HBO account or not. I know a lot of people after Game of Thrones was over, they went ahead and let their HBO accounts just kind of like drop out. But if you still have one that's active going on, pretty sure Ready Player One is on HBO. That's where I'll be watching it if I do watch it tonight. If it's not there, well, damn it, I guess I'm gonna have to probably spend some random money and just rent it because I don't think I'll buy it. I actually haven't bought a real film in quite a bit. I'm not against it. It's just like I have so much already. I don't really have anywhere to put any more physical copies of films. That's a legit thing. I've got a lot of movies or DVDs and Blu-ray. So is cheese? Cheese French sticks. What is a cheese French stick? sounds like you say cheese stick in the same sentence. It sounds amazing already. But you put French in there and I'm confused and curious at the exact same time. Cheese French stick. It also sounds like an alternative to a cuss word. Like, you know when like you stub your toe and the adult use like shit. But let's say you stub your toe and there's like a child beside you and you're not really trying to cuss. So like you stub your toe and you be like, ugh! French cheese stick! And the kid would laugh just like she did right there, but like, makes you wonder, what is a cheese French stick?
Bigger is better.
Still, it sounds like an alternative to a cuss word. I still think that. Stack on me, guys! Good deal. Pretty good spot.
Dance like the leaves on the fire.
I meant to say cheese sticks. Well, cheese sticks are great too. French cheese sticks might be better though.
This is so much fun. Let's play some more.
Alright, we stacking. What do we got going on? We got my sprint activated. No stack. Nice, everybody made it to the spot. Hopefully we can get an adjust good going on. No adjust needed. Nice. Real solid run. Titania is actually pretty low as well. DPS is doing very well. Ugh. Ooh, wee. Gee golly wee is all I'm saying. Honestly, that's a weird reference to a Rich Brian song. It's a horrible joke to make, but if you want to know where I got Gee golly wee, look up 100 Degrees by Rich Brian. I don't know this guy, rarely promote random artists, but he's actually pretty good in like his genre, kind of like that hip hop era, genre kind of thing. 100 Degrees by Rich Brian, great song. Has a really good Kid Cudi feel if you're like curious about like as far as like the actual genre of it all. Very, very Kid Cudi. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna spam through the heavy attacks. Good deal. You're fine with cheese and pizza.
No.
Won't know till it's taste tested. I feel ya. Hey, cheese and pizza is great. Fun fact, I was talking about it a little while ago. After the stream, I'm gonna be getting down on some bagel bots. If you don't know what bagel bots are, I'm telling you, go out to your nearest Walmart, go to your frozen food aisle, go to where they sell all frozen pizzas, and then go down to where it's going to be in a weird spot because like the company that makes BagelBots doesn't specialize in pizza. They've got like a bunch of other weird little things they put out. Most importantly, it's probably French fries. So you're gonna have to like go past like all of the pizza and then like the frozen like Tostitos pizzas. Just go past all those, and then like somewhere in there. This is like my Walmart. I'm guessing a little bit is the same, but I know they all differ in areas. But no kidding. You can get on that BagelBot game. It's that good. When I say good, I mean it's that good. For frozen pizza. It's very delicious. It's also like somebody out there could be like 40 right now and be like, dude, you just said you're turning 26 like about an hour ago. And now you're sitting here telling me you still eat BagelBots. Well, BagelBots are good. The other healer left. I just now noticed. Shit. BagelBots? Never heard of it. You gotta get on it. What they are, they're about this big. And, the thing is, well, I mean, that's the gist of it. The bottom of it is a bagel and the top of it's pizza toppings. They're amazing. Then again, though, if you have, like, a more adult palate, again, there's probably some adult out there, like, bashing my taste right now. And believe me, I've got a pretty good palate. I didn't ready check. Sorry, folks. My bad. Hopefully everybody's ready. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza is on the bagel, you can eat it anytime. It's so true, but so hilarious at the same time. Gosh. Bring me back to the 90s. What does it have in it? It's literally like, it's like a small bagel. Then it's like, tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese, and like little pepperoni, like squares, like on a Tostitos pizza. Old school BagelBots commercial jingle. Oh yeah, you sent me down nostalgia lane with that one, Rez. Oh man, it just makes me want them even more now. You know, one thing that I can actually say that I kind of miss, I don't know if any of you ever, like, had to eat, like, school food when you, like, were in, I don't even know if, you may have been in a private school, so you may not have even had public school food. But for those of you here in the, okay, never mind, this went on to marking some stuff up, like in public school for breakfast, like, my grandparents, they didn't want to fool with having to, like, or mess around with having to, like, fix me breakfast every morning, so they just, like, paid the fee, so I'd actually have, like, school lunch every day. There was this thing, though, that we actually had at breakfast. We'd only get it, like, once every blue moon, and, like, what it would be, it was a breakfast bagel, but instead of having tomato sauce, it had white gravy, then the mozzarella cheese, and then sausage on top. My God, it was like the best breakfast pizza bagel thing ever. I'm not even a big sausage guy, and let me tell you, I miss those things.
Come and play. For the night is bright and you can sleep when you're dead.
Makes me want to just go to random public school just for the breakfast one day. I'll just tell them I'm like Billy. I'll go in. I'm like Billy Madison. You know, I'm just trying to I'm trying to make my father proud. I mean, in the area I live in, they might actually buy into that. It could work. Probably not, really. I'm just being silly. But, I do miss those pizzas, though. Little breakfast pizzas.
When you play with fire.
DPS is actually doing pretty much as good. Actually, I think we might be doing a little bit better than last time.
This needs to go a bit.
Good deal.
This is the rhythm of the light.
52%. Is it weird that sometimes when I play through a lot of the FOTs in this game on my PlayStation 4, like I'll have my controller and I'll straight up treat this thing like a Nintendo 64 controller. Like I'll start holding it with like both hands, but I'll have it like turned over to the side. And I'll only be using like one side of like the controller, but yet trying to like utilize all the things that I can. I'm probably the only person in the world to do it. But it's like a nice way if I'm like multitasking in the background, how I can actually just actively keep moving and keep my moves going. Yeah, DPS is definitely up from last stop. Oh my god. There was no other way. Man, I can't stand it when like who you're tethered to doesn't go the full way. So you have to like try to like compensate by going a little bit further over. That's what I tried to do. And literally got knocked off the map. Guessing it was similar to Res there. Because I'm pretty sure we both still had a tether on us through that. And I would be the one that didn't stay alive. Wow. Literally Rabasad Res. That close! That close to the lawn. And it excludes me. Please, just, Yoshi Pete, listen to me for once. Please stop flaunting this far around and just fix it. I'm not gonna make it to my circle. I am all turned around anyway. Which, don't get me wrong, the fight itself, it's not a bad fight. It's, to me, I've said it a billion times, it's so much easier than Innocence. Very scripted fight. But there's still some things I run into here and there. I'm just like, come on. More so in Innocence than this still yet. Innocence is still so broken in my opinion. As far as like latency goes, a lot's been fixed with. No, that's totally me. Okay, keep running, but don't run off the edge. 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 No. Good. Thank goodness. Whew. Thank you for the rescue. I didn't need it, but thank you anyway. The thought is very pleasant. Thankfully, I was positioned so far over enough. I already knew I was way too late. I was way too late. So I tried to position my character to a point where he was so far over that he could still run away, but wasn't going to run off the edge. Luckily, that worked out, but that rescue was clutch as fuck still. Whew. The rambles take over my brain and my gameplay sometimes. When I really get in mid-ramble, sometimes I get so guilty of just watching my cooldowns, trying to like get as much of like the chat that I'm actually have going on in my mind going on at the moment before it's like just completely unfresh anymore. Love to just like dish it out while it's fresh. Awesome. DPS was way up in that fight.
We can play.
We nearly completely skipped the whole tether phase right there. Nearly, I mean, we still made it to that tether phase, but nearly made it there. But honestly, everybody, I think I'm gonna call it here for the night. I'm getting very tired. I'm getting really hungry. I literally gotta wake up in like 6 hours, pretty much, just to keep my plans I have for tomorrow intact. And I've still gotta eat and wind down. I'm always like, I'm up for like an hour and a half to 2 hours after these streams. Always am. I just get so much adrenaline up in me. But if you guys want to keep it going, I'll see if anybody here wants lead before I actually gotta dip. I mean, this is a good party. I hate that I gotta get it here, but I have to. This is like adult me popping in. But yeah, like, I have a lot of plans. I'm actually trying to do here at home tomorrow. Just like I've got a project I'm trying to work on here in my apartment, and again, you know, if anybody wants lead, nobody, anybody, no, well, Minado, yeah, I'm gonna end up calling it here tonight though. But like, again, you know, if anybody here wants lead, totally giving it up. This is a great party. You know, the first one was pretty decent. The second one even better. You can tell you next time. Wow. Same thing happened to you. Yeah, yeah. I thought so. Like, Rez, I looked over and saw you still had the tether on you as well. I mean, that's just like, it's such a tragic thing to happen right there as a DPS. Like, you know, like, you obviously had the same thought as me. It's like, I either gotta beef it or we're both gonna get stacked with tethers. Let's try to get the tether off or beef it. Or the same, you know? But yeah. Nobody said anything about wanting the lead. I mean, it's a damn good party. I'm just a DPS. I could be replaced super easy. If they fuck up, it counts for you too? Yeah, I feel ya. You hate the tethers? It's fate tied to someone else. You can... Okay, I'll give you lead, Riz. I do wish you all good luck, though. I mean, I had a lot of fun. And these last two parties were great. It's just like, it's taken away far too long. The queues we've had to wait in tonight, I was a little unexpected for, plus Fallout 76 set me back. I was trying to wait as long as I could to actually play Final Fantasy 14 and call it a night. I really wanted to get Fallout 76 in. Didn't get to. We'll be back on that tomorrow, hopefully, as long as the game is actually up. But yeah, I totally agree with you, Rez. The tethers in that fight, I'm glad when it plays out. You know, when it plays out raw, it's not so bad. But when you get in those positions like me and you were just in, where whoever, you know, is the other side of the tether, you know, they're not moving at that point. Like, it's probably a tank. They're just standing there. So at that point, the only option you have is, like, go further out to either get the tether off of you or beef it so they live and they're not just stacked, because anytime, you know, in those positions, DPS gets blamed. It's hardly ever the heals or the tanks. They get blamed sometimes, usually, but it's so much easier to blame a DPS. And you obviously know, you play DPS and main DPS like I do, so that DPS boat. But, everybody, I'm going to get out of here, and Minato and Rez, I wish you luck with your runs. Hopefully one of you will get them out. I hate that I gotta get out of here. I have some plans in the morning I'm really trying to work out still, even though I'm going to be very groggy in the morning. But I'm still trying to work these plans out. But thank you all so much for watching over on Twitch. Windaquill, thank you so much for the support and getting in here, Windaquill. Thank you for jumping in. Chaz, thank you for popping in as well. Minato, I know you were in on the chat as far as Twitch went tonight, actually first in on the chat. And Rez, thank you for taking the lead and for all the help tonight, even on the raid and in on Titania. And definitely hope you have a great night. Azunami, I know you got in here tonight. Hope you have a great night as well. Tim, good night to you. Sorry I missed that a little. I'm a little late. But I hope you have a great night as well, Tim. Definitely thank you so much for popping in as well. And again, Azunami, thank you so much. PC, thanks for popping in twice. And Nathan, I should be on Fallout 76 tomorrow. Knock on wood that the Vault 94 is actually still up and running and not down for maintenance. New, thank you so much for popping in as well. And hopefully you've had a great time tonight. Glad you could get in here. And Queen, thank you for so much for popping in as well. Getting in on that chat with the Need for Speed talk in the cars. Steven, thank you so much as well. And Judo, thank you again for the donation, but also jumping in tonight on the stream. Definitely appreciate that, Judo. Hopefully you and Jack have some good days ahead of you. And it cuts me off there. Some people I know that were in here as well that Ivola or Stacy, thank you so much for popping in here as well. It means a lot. And gosh, my brain went blank after that. So anybody I may have missed along the way, I'm sorry. But thank you all so much, and good night to you as well, Rez. And hey, thank you as well for the runs. You actually did a little bit better than me in the raids. Actually, you did better than me in the raids, hands down. But I was just like a little stressed at the beginning, and then Taunton, I'm just tired. And then Titania, I'm glad Titania went well, honestly. We only had that one little mishap there. And again, I hope you two have some great runs. It looks like the party got filled. So good luck to both of you. And thank you so much for playing tonight. And I appreciate all of the support, everybody watching over on Twitch and YouTube and everything. And then also all the outside support, all the donations, everything. Thank you so much. But I'm out of here for the night. Thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, I'm gone. Good night, everybody. And tomorrow I should be on Fallout 76. Knock on wood. We'll see. But hopefully, don't want to promote it too much tonight. It literally took all night to actually get things started. So thank you so much. Good night. Take it easy. Have fun. I'm out of here. Till next time. I appreciate all of you. Thanks. And, like, there's so many ways to support the channel, and one is liking, subscribing, and sharing over on YouTube. Or maybe getting a good old follow going on Twitch. Maybe you could subscribe on Twitch, or you could become a member on YouTube. And outside of those, there's also so many third-party other ways that we've got going on, like Patreon, where you can get put on the wall of appreciation, like all of these wonderful people who've made donations to the channel before. And I thank all of you so much, past, present, and future. But everybody, I'm out of here. See you, Space Cowboy. Have an awesome one.